Do you guys like this makeup? Do you know what? I think this colour actually really suits me. It's so pink. Literally. Assalamu alaikum everyone, hello, peace be upon you, welcome back to my channel. So I hope everyone had a good Eid. I know it's been quite a while since Eid, but I hope you've had a good Eid. So today's video is all about marriage. So if you're a revert and you want to get married, then stick around because I've got some top tips for you. I'm a revert myself. I'm also married. I'm a married revert. I was a Christian, now I'm Muslim. He's been Muslim all his life. So we both decided that it would be a good idea for me to do some tips to help other revert sisters or brothers who are looking to get married and who are new to the religion. So if you don't have anyone in mind for marriage, you can go to your nearest masjid. I'm sure they have like a dating marriage service that you can sign up to. You can also ask friends, family, if they know anybody who's looking to get married. If you go to any circles and maybe they know a sister or brother who's looking to get married, like, you know, talk to them. That I'm pretty sure they'll be more than happy to help you out, you know what I'm saying? Because you're a revert, you really want someone who knows your religion like inside out. It's up to you if you want to marry a revert, that's no problem. If you want to marry someone who's born into the religion, who really knows Islam inside out, then that's completely up to you. Obviously in my marriage, my husband's been a really big help for me learning about Islam. I've learned a lot from him. He's like my go-to imam, as I say. Before you even think about getting married, one of the things you want to think about is, are you actually ready for marriage? Marriage is a really big commitment. I think deep down in my heart I have always been ready for marriage, but are you? Because when you get married, you don't carry on with your single life. When you get married, you have responsibilities, you have someone else to look after, you have to think about somebody else before you think about yourself, and that's even before children. You might have to sacrifice some things. If you're into playing games in the evening and you get married, your wife ain't going to be happy if you've both been at work all day and then you sit down for like 3 hours playing games. She wants to spend time with you. She wants to learn about Islam, talk to you, understand how your day was. She wants to talk to you about her feelings and how her day was. You also have to understand most people in Islam get married to have children. So are you ready for kids? I mean, like, are you ready to have children running around your house? Are you ready to look after them? Are you ready for that level of responsibility? And even with children, it might mean that, sisters, you might have to give up work to look after your kids. Maybe your husband wants you to stay at home. Are you ready for that? Are you very career driven? Are you ready to balance maybe children and work at the same time? You need to know. And again, your husband or your wife might want to move. They might want to move to be closer to their family, might want to move country, they might need to relocate for their job. Are you ready for that? Because in marriage you have to think about the other person and not yourself. In marriage it's not about you, it's about both of you. It's a team effort. So you really need to understand these responsibilities and you really need to understand what you're getting yourself into. You've decided that you definitely want to take on marriage. You're ready for the challenge. You're ready for the responsibilities. You've thought about it and you definitely want to get married. Find different people from different cultures, different areas, different backgrounds. Go on dates with reverts, with born Muslims, with people who wear the hijab, people who don't wear the hijab, brothers who have a beard, brothers who don't have a beard. I would say go on dates of diversity so that you know what you're actually looking for in a partner. And also you need to know what you're looking for in a partner. Don't just go willy-nilly, oh, I want to get married. Okay, well, what kind of partner do you want? You might want him to be taller than you might want her to wear hijab, you might want them to be career driven, you might want them to not be working at all. You really need to know what exactly you want to find in a partner, because you're going to be spending the rest of your life with this person. So you need to make notes basically and try and think about what exactly you want in a partner for the rest of your life. So once you've found a couple of people, I would say, or maybe you've found one person and you really like this one person and you know you're really enthusiastic about marrying them, I would say go on a couple of dates with them. I would say go on more than 5 dates with this person, just so you get to know them properly. So say for example you're a sister and you really like this brother, you want to marry him, and he has a biological sister. I would say go talk to that sister and see, like, go ask her what is he really like, because a lot of the time you get married and it's all fantastic, and then as soon as you move in a couple of months later they really aren't the person that you thought they were. were. You need to spend time, brothers and sisters, you need to spend time with the person that you are thinking about marrying so you can get to know them. Because just, you know, just by looking at them, just by talking to them for a couple of hours here and there on like 5 dates, you're not going to know everything about them. And that's not just knowing about their hobbies or what they do for a living, it's actually knowing them and how they react to situations. You need to learn these things about someone, and that takes time. So the next piece of advice is learn your rights and learn the rights of your husband or wife. Now this is really important, especially when you're a revert, because when you're a revert, you're very naive in an innocent way, which is, mashallah, it's very good. You know, you've come to Islam, but some people might take advantage of that, and they might just want to marry you because you don't know your right. You can look them up on Google, you can ask sisters or brothers about them, you can find books in Islamic bookshops about marriage and find your rights through there. Google is probably the easiest one, to be honest, but definitely know your rights and your Islamic rights as a wife and as a husband, and stick to them. And remember, because you're marrying the other person, you need to know their rights as well. The husband has rights over the wife and the wife has rights over the husband. Therefore, if you're a wife, you need to know and respect your husband's right, and you need to implement them in your daily life. Alhamdulillah, you found somebody to marry now, mashallah. You're getting married. Now, one piece of advice is remember that Islam is completely different from culture. There are a lot of cultures that celebrate marriage differently. Mashallah, the Ummah is very, very diverse. However, don't feel inclined that just because you're a revert, and possibly you're an English revert, that you don't have English culture either. So for example, if you want to wear a white dress to your wedding, then you go wear that white dress. Sister, seriously. Or if you're a brother and you just want to wear a normal suit, you wear that suit. Don't feel like you have to wear your partner's traditional marriage clothing just because you're marrying them. I personally wore traditional Asian dressing because, to be honest, I couldn't really be bothered to go and pay £2 for like an English wedding dress that I'm only going to wear once. Like, you know, let's get real, I ain't got that money. But if that's what you want to wear, then you go ahead and wear that, sister, seriously. Seriously, wear that dress, wear that white dress, because you'll never get that day again. So in an Islamic wedding, you have your nikah, which is the actual ceremony of marriage, and then after that you have a walima, which is sort of like a party. I tend to compare the nikah to the marriage ceremony that you would do at the registry office, for example, or in a church, and I would compare the walima to the wedding breakfast, you know, the party afterwards. In Islam, these two ceremonies normally happen like the day after, but you can celebrate them on the same day. It's up to you. But remember that it's sunnah to have a simple nikah and a simple walima. So don't get carried away with the wedding buzz, and always remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while you're getting married, and always follow the sunnah. Don't do anything you don't want to do. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want more like it, don't forget to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you really enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below if you're thinking of getting married, if you've been married, or if you have any more tips that you could add. Don't forget you can find me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. I'm trying to upload every week, inshallah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.